everyone, welcome back to this channel. All right, in today's video we are going to be talking about something very interesting. Maybe you don't know, but do you know that many women out there are manipulators? They don't really know they are manipulators, but they are. And after this video you are going to know whether you are among the manipulators. Do you know there are many ways women manipulate their husbands? Sometimes they don't know they are manipulating them, but they are really manipulating them. Unfortunately, the women who manipulate their husbands are not emotionally matured. Normally, you'll be told that you need maturity to, venture into marriage. And sometimes we only focus on maybe financial maturity and, physical maturity, maybe age-wise and all that. But what happens to emotional maturity? People don't know that it is also very important. And in this video, I'm going to share some, signs or those characters or those things women do in their marriages to manipulate their husbands. And the women who do these things are emotionally immature. Welcome back to Glodicani Marriage School, the place where I help the unmarried to choose rights and to keep the married from running until they must. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so. If what I am saying is something you already know, there is no problem. You can subscribe and then you can share my videos so that those who are not yet, well versed in these things will learn more from it. And you remember the goal, to make our marriages work. That's just the simple goal. Like I said earlier, this video is focusing on the signs of emotionally immature women. These things are, sneaky mind games that can leave your husband frustrated, leave him asking questions about maybe his own sanity sometimes, leave him so confused and leave him so unhappy. So I am sharing this sign so that if you're a wife and you are doing these things right now, please try your best to stop them. It doesn't make you a matured woman. It doesn't make you gain more or win his love more. Instead, you push him further away from you. The first sign of an emotionally immature wife is always playing the victim card. This woman is always the one that is wronged. Even when she's the one, dealing with the man, she will twist the whole situation to favor her in such a way that everybody will think she's the one suffering. And why is she doing this? She wants the man to feel guilty. By feeling guilty as if you're not man enough, as if you're not doing exactly what you're supposed to do, or what you are doing is not enough, the man may be so frustrated trying to do more to please this victim, and then he will land into trouble. Sometimes it, increases stress level in the man. Apart from the hike in stress level, the man will find himself always apologizing because you are feeling guilty. To you, you've killed her. To you, you are punishing her. To you, you are dealing with her and everything. So the man will keep apologizing and trying his best to do more just to please this woman. When you see a woman do those things, she is a manipulator. She is not emotionally matured enough for marriage. And if you are a man and your wife is doing this thing, forget about it. She's trying to control you in her subtle way, and you will not even know. My fellow women, how many of you knows how to use the silent treatment trick to get your husband to do what you want? You are an emotionally immature woman. There are some cases when you see a man and his wife in the house and nobody is talking to each other. Women do this thing a lot to maybe make the man to bend to their will. Like, instead of them to address the issue, whatever it is that is maybe causing problems between them, they will now go silent. Some people can beautify the whole thing using all those monosyllabic kind of responses. They will ask you, how are you today? Fine. How was work? Okay. Have you eaten? No. What about the children? Fine. What are we going to do? I don't know. Oh my goodness. The man will be so worried, feeling so frustrated, feeling as if maybe, in fact, he will be so confused. All these things are just small tricks to make you bend to their will as a man. One of the problems with this silent treatment is that if a woman starts using it on her husband, that feeling of rejection, sadness and everything will engulf him, because maybe when he wants you guys to discuss and gist and everything and somebody is busy just showing him that, giving him that silent treatment, the man will be unhappy, the man will be sad and all that. So if you are a man and your wife is doing this thing, the fastest things for you to do is to do what? Ignore her. Do as if you're not even seeing her. And if you're a woman who is always using this silent treatment to frustrate your husband, you have tried very well. One day, maybe you will push him out to look for people to do what? Communicate with. Since you are not available, stop doing it. You are just a manipulator. He's not going to win his love for you. Another terrible sign of emotional immature women is what the psychologists call gaslighting. I will drop the link in the description so that you can go and read more about it. Now, this word represents a situation where a woman makes the husband to feel as if maybe he forgot something, or what he thought he did, or what he thought he said, were all lies. Some men do it too, like a situation whereby you tell your husband or you tell your wife, this is what you did, or this is what you said, and they will tell you, no, I never said that. No, when did I promise that? When did I do that? No, it's like you didn't understand me, or it's like you didn't hear me well, or you just be doubting yourself, as like, I thought this is what this man said now, or this is what this woman said, or this is what we agreed on. Why is she changing the whole thing? Why is it, this is a sign of emotional immaturity. One other sign of an emotionally immature woman is, using jealousy as a tool to fight her partner. Not that she's the one being jealous. She's the one stirring this jealousy in her partner. It can happen in relationships. It can happen in marriages. Sometimes you see them chatting with their exes, or telling you how maybe other men are chasing her. Maybe they go out with their husbands or their partners, and then maybe they will now start interacting so much with the opposite sex, just to stir up that feeling of jealousy in the man, and maybe keep him, within their grasp. I don't know what their aim is. You see, the aim here is not because they want the man to feel sad, or they are not doing it to make him angry or to hurt him, but they are doing it to kind of draw him and hold him tighter. They don't want, to give you a breathing space, just to use your emotions to be twisting you and all that. Especially when they find out that you love them so much, and you now being somebody that don't want to lose your loved one, or you don't want to lose your wife to another person, or your partner when you are in a relationship to another person, you will now be dancing to that tune, and before you know it, your emotions will just be on, daily roller coaster ride and all that. Another deadly effect of this, using jealousy as a tool in a relationship is that it makes the man feel as if he is not enough. When you're feeling like they say not man enough, you start feeling depressed. Before you know it, unless you are a man who has, this, high level of self-confidence, you may see yourself always down emotionally. Another thing it will make you feel is being so unsure about the relationship. You don't know whether you guys are going forward. You don't know whether she's into you really, or she's just pretending. Can you imagine that kind of existence? And before you know it, you're always going out of your way to please her. You're always doing more than you want, just to make sure you keep her. This is a form of manipulation. This is a form of control. Let me tell you something. If you, as a man, get someone who really loves you and truly loves you, there is no need for them to manipulate you with jealousy. There is no need for them to keep you on edge by stirring up jealousy in you all the time. No. They will not do that. The next sign you need to watch out in an emotionally immature woman is this kind of hot and cold behavior. Sometimes they are very warm, they are very loving, they shower you with love, they shower you with even gift. They go out of their way to please you, and you relax your mind that, oh, this woman loves me, oh, this is, my wife is satisfied, or my partner is satisfied, and everything, I'm okay, everything is working well. And all of a sudden they will start being distant. They will start being cold towards you. They will start being harsh towards you. They will start, doing things that you never expected them to do. This thing, they blew hot and cold at intervals without warning. This is what a manipulative tool they use just to control you. Don't fall for it. They want to keep you off the driver's seat while they will be the one in charge of the relationship. Normally, as a man, you're supposed to be in charge in a relationship. But when a woman is blowing hot and cold on you, before you know it, you will lose your power. You will lose your you will lose that that strength or leadership position you are supposed to have in that relationship, and then they will be playing with your affection and emotion, and before you know it, you are dancing to everything they say. Now, have you heard about emotional blackmail? Many women are professionals when it comes to emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail can come with silent treatment, subtle manipulation. Just I remember in one of my videos I was giving you an instance where women subtly manipulate men by saying things like, had it been you love me now, you would have done this thing for me. I know you don't love me enough. I know you don't value me again. Had it been this one, just they are not pushing you to do it for them. They are manipulating you. All these things are what? Emotional blackmail. They will make you feel guilty, of course. They will just, all these things is just to make sure they have their way. Other ways they emotionally manipulate you is what they call guilt tripping. They will try to make you feel guilty about something. All those things are emotional blackmail. Like you hear sometimes people will say, after everything I've done for you, after everything I've sacrificed for this relationship, after everything I'm doing for this marriage to work, is this how you're treating me? Is this how? All these things are emotional blackmail. Another way they blackmail you emotionally is, what we call shaming you. Like if you do one mistake like this, they will come out in public, or where your friends are, or where people that respect you are. They will come out there and say it aloud, or just trying to make you feel foolish and stupid, trying to demean you, trying to humble you. All those things are emotional blackmail. One other funny emotional blackmail tactics is what I call, or giving you ultimatum or threatening you. You hear some people say, "Hey, you don't leave me. If you leave me, I cannot live a day without you." It's a lie. Leave them first. They will still live on without you. And that one, during maybe when you want to, let's say you want to go for a divorce, and somebody is saying, "Hey, if you divorce me, I will make sure you don't see these children again. And when you are not seeing them again, let me see how you will be happy. I will make sure. Some women do it. Some women whose maybe marriages have broken up, they will use the children to manipulate the man. Another one you have to watch out for is some women that will use the relationship as a threat to you all the time. Especially when they discover that you love them so much. Especially when they discover that you want that relationship maybe to end in marriage, or you want, you want your family to be together and everything. They will just use it to do what? Manipulate you. What do? They will tell you, if you don't do this thing for me, I'm breaking up with you. If you don't do this thing for me, I am divorcing you. Enough is enough. I've had enough. If you don't agree to this marriage is over. My goodness. Although sometimes when you say, okay, go ahead and scatter everything, you will see them running away. Because what they had in mind was just to manipulate you to have their way. So don't allow anybody to hold you hostage in that relationship or in marriage. Anything that is not sitting right with you, just say it aloud, and keep your feet down and say, this will not happen, because it is not right. When you say things that are like that, some people may say it's control. No, it's not like you're going to be harsh about it, but we all know what is right from wrong. So when you see something that is wrong, just say it as a man you are, and hold firm to it and say, this one will not happen because it is very wrong. Don't allow somebody to begin to threaten you. If you don't do this, if you don't allow this marriage is over. If you don't do this, if you don't allow this relationship, I will break up with you and everything. All those things are what? Manipulations. These are signs of emotionally immature women. This last one is for you if you are planning to start up a relationship, you're planning to find someone to date and then maybe end up getting married to the person, or things like that. You want to get somebody you are admiring for some time now and everything. Some women know how to use it to manipulate you, and that is playing hard to get. Even though women are not supposed to just say yes the first time you approach them and everything. A matured woman can tell you either they are free to date you, either they are free to try with you, or they are not. It is not something that will start becoming a mind game whereby you don't know whether they are with you don't know whether they are not with you. Today they will show as if they will show signs of interest, then tomorrow you will call them, or you try to know where the relationship is heading, or whether you guys will start the relationship, and then they will give you the cold shoulder. They are just manipulating you. Sometimes those women are interested in you, but they just want to play you like I don't even know, like chess piece. This is something, when playing hard to get is becoming hard, I think you should just do what? Backpedal, and know that this person is just playing with your mind. One of the reasons you need to avoid this hard to get kind of relationship or attitude is that if you don't take time, it will reduce your self-esteem. It will reduce your self-confidence and you start doubting yourself. I know that many women who do these things, they don't even know that they are doing it. Some people may think they have justifiable reasons for doing them, but at the end of the day, every of this attitude, translates into control, this desire to control the opposite sex. So if you're a man and you see these signs, you do what? You avoid them. In fact, develop your own strategy on fighting them. If it's like my husband will say, if you tell him, now, do you know what I'm passing through? He will tell you, my friend, keep quiet, or you're not the only one suffering. Even though he will say it as a joke and everything, but at least he will laugh and everything. You don't just, you can't manipulate him with that victim card. He will tell you, wait, you're not the only one suffering. You are not the only one. So maybe when your wife or when your partner wants to start playing the victim just to make you feel guilty, you can also tell her you are not the only one suffering. As for those women who are masters of silent treatment, if you are their husband or you are the partner, what do? Just ignore it. Do as if you are not even noticing that she's giving you the silent treatment. In fact, if you can find something to keep you happy during that period, go ahead and do it. After keeping silent for some time and she realizes that you're not even paying attention or you're not even dancing to the tune she wants to dance, she will get tired of it and come out to talk to you. And as for gaslighting you to make you doubt what you know is what happened, in those kind of cases, even me as a woman, I won't even talk about it again. I'll just keep quiet and walk away, because already I know what I saw, or already I know what you said. I already know what we agreed on, everything. Now, if you're trying to confuse me, thinking you are going to maybe make me doubt my own perception or my own experience or what I heard, you are wasting your time. I will just keep quiet and walk away. And for women who know how to blow hot one day and the next day they are cold, if you notice that your wife is somebody who is always doing this thing, what you are going to do is to do what? Ignore her. Face your own things. Like when she is being cold, just ignore her. Don't even mind her. Don't start worrying about everything. You can ask her, of course, when you see your wife feeling down or doing like that, you can find out. But if you know that you didn't do anything, you didn't commit anything, and she's blowing hot and cold on you, just outrightly confront her and tell her to stop being immature, that she's not matured enough emotionally. I think that one will bring her out of that rubbish. Now, if you're a man and your wife is always trying to make you jealous, I want you to realize that she's not matured emotionally. Don't act equally immature with her. Ignore. Sometimes some of these things they are trying to use to manipulate you. What you can do is to do as if you are not noticing it. And when you do as if you're not noticing, or you give them that like you tell them, I don't like this, stop doing it, and that is all. As for those whose partners are using their relationships as maybe bargaining chips to get their way or have their way, or to push you into doing what you're not supposed to do, please, those kind of relationships are toxic. It is not good. If it is marriage and somebody is threatening you to scatter the marriage because you are not dancing to her tune, in fact, you start treating her like somebody who is not emotionally matured. There you have it. All my suggestions are, my own opinion, but you in the relationship, you will know how to do what, handle some of these things. All you really need to do is to identify that this person is trying to control you. This person is trying to, manipulate you just to be on the driver's seat. And then you will devise a means. Don't go, kind of violent or abusive and all that. No. If you are matured, you will know how to handle such situations. At least now that you have identified them and discovered what they are and what they have in mind, you can now know how to do what? Mitigate against such attitude, and also prevent yourself from being carried away or being depressed and maybe having self-doubt because somebody is trying to manipulate you. And the most important one is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Facebook page. Also, share my videos. There are many people out there who may need this information I am dishing out, even though you know them or somebody around you may be doing what? Needing them. Remember, the goal is to do what? Make our marriages work. So I put in the work. You also put in the work by spreading the gospel and trying to fix any other one around you. I'll be seeing you in my next video. I love you. Do have a lovely day.